The Sisters of Charity of the Incarnate Word of San Antonio, Switchgrass, the story of Sister Mary Victory, CCVI. Sister Mary Victory was a woman born to persist and to build. She was born in February 1887 as a bracing winter gripped Central Texas like a fist. Mary Victory grew like a resilient blade of switchgrass into a tall, willowy, stern-faced young woman with a compassionate heart and a will for helping the poor and destitute. At 24, she entered the Incarnate Word Convent, studying nutrition at the college, and, unlikely as it was, emerged as one of San Antonio's earliest dietitians. In the late 30s, with the Great Depression plucking the poor of clothing, food, and health, Sister Mary Victory served as a beacon to those in need, always searching for ways to feed and aid them. Looking for a new opportunity and a way of beating back the tide of poverty that continued to affect her community, she partnered with a Jesuit from Our Lady of Guadalupe, Father Carmelo Tranquese. Father Tranquese had been working on the west side of San Antonio since 1932. In the wake of the Depression, the Guadalupe area in San Antonio had gained the distinction as one of the worst slums in the country. Father Tranquese had $20 and he intended to use it to pay for the first month's rent on an old building near his church. He envisioned that it would serve as a kind of community center, a place from which the allocations of their charity efforts might be distributed to the people who needed it most. Sister Mary Victory quickly found money for a year's rent from the Community Chest United Way and badgered the Mother Superior to allocate resources from the congregation to the dining hall. The newly minted Guadalupe Community Center emerged from a broken building and blossomed as a cafeteria serving hot lunches, classroom, clinic, nursery, daycare center, and an arts and crafts studio. The center served as many as 300 children whose families were still in the throes of the Great Depression. Sister Mary Victory always pressed others to be their own change, to grow themselves against all odds. We made every effort to help these people help themselves, which is the quintessence of good social work, she said. The center continued to grow, and volunteers took up the mantle. Families who had been served by the center returned the work in kind. Under the auspices of Catholic Charities of San Antonio, the Guadalupe Community Center continues to offer clothes, food assistance, education, and relief to those most in need, just as Sister Mary Victory had envisioned.